Hello, namaste. Jewel again from Goddess Creative. Okay, what is the decree? Decree. Okay, it's a decree and a statement that you intend with. Your decree is a wording, and that's the way it's stated. That's what makes it so powerful, because the way it's stated and how it goes through many different timelines, and it's wording in there. That's what makes it incredibly powerful. And you say it, you read it. You don't have to memorize it, but you read it aloud, and you make your statement in a strong, powerful voice of your intention of it and what you want as the powerful creator that you are. So that's what the decree is. Okay, so why do we need this? Okay, so this is what I wrote for my members about the decree. What is it? It's a declaration of intent you say aloud, as I said, and it's because you've been trapped and bound throughout time and space. Most of you are completely unaware of the binding spell casting that's been placed upon you. Okay, so this binding and this spell casting has happened to you throughout history, throughout time, and that's why it's not just this lifetime you are breaking the binding, the spell casting. Yes, we get spell cast with just through watching TV, and you feel yourself, you come out and you're in a bit of a hypnotic state, that kind of thing. But it's also the spell casting when you sign anything, any contracts. So your birth certificate, right? With your birth certificate, it's all in the wording in that contract. Okay, so what have I gone on to right here? It's the spell of binding you as limited, like it's just a limited physical body, to the Crown Corporation as a slave worker. So that's that particular birth contract, right? So it's also breaking that. And in relation to in the ethereal, right, to the connection to the crown, all right. And so ultimately, yeah, so this binding and spell casting has been going on throughout history on this planet by the ruling elite, and we can give them many names. You might want to call them, I don't know, Illuminati. They've got many names, the powers that be, but they're sort of irrelevant. But their lineage goes back to Archon gods. They are gods that came to Earth to play many years ago, to create and play. But what you actually don't realize, you are a creator god. You're just more benevolent, and you've kind of been like myself, like I was, no longer anymore. You were trapped and controlled and limited, and your power has been taken away. So that's what this decree is about. It's about breaking those bonds, and being bound to limitation, where you can't grow and expand and be the alchemy master that you want to be. So that's what the decree is all about. That's why it's so powerful. I had no intentions of actually sharing this decree to the average mainstream people, because they won't understand the power of it or the benefit of it. But a light worker, light-bodied being person now, I believe this is so powerful, and you really need it now, because what they've portrayed to us with this whole C thing that's happening, the health crisis that's happening, and the control and everything. We're so far down being controlled now for such a long period of time. We need to break free of the spells and the spell casting, spell bonding, and all that. So that's what the decree does. It breaks through many different, all timelines in all angles, and it makes a statement of intent, whether conscious or unconscious. You choose as a sovereign soul to break that binding. So that's why it's so powerful. And yeah, I'm sure you could make one up yourself and do that, but this one is incredibly powerful, and I know it works, and I've used it myself. So yeah, yes, because you have, by these Archon gods, you have been kept submissive and controlled. And really, I do believe this C thing and taking the V thing is about more control than what we've already had happened. And yeah, by me giving you this decree, this just speeds up what you need to do to bring yourself up faster to par than doing all the years and years of work that I've done. Anyway, yeah. So you ultimately, yeah, already know all about this, this spiritual war, and that's what I've been talking about. But you recently, just until now, probably didn't know how to break these bonds or what to do, or you felt limited and just part of the slave system. So let's just put our head in the sand, bury our head in the sand, and what can I do about it? There's nothing, but this is what you can do about it. So the reason why I'm doing these videos is to give you the tools to take action and do something etherically about it, because this makes a huge difference. Okay, so, and it is very much like some of you will just use it and be able to help yourself, but if you run with it and really use this energy more powerfully and decide to really claim being the free will soul that you are, the free will, you are a creator God that you really are, become into the magician, become the alchemist, because it's all in the same, decide to run with that energy, then you can start to help others. So that's why I'm giving it now, because it's really important. I just think it's really, 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 really important, because you will become more conscious creators, not cold, controlled in this limiting system that we live in currently right now, and it'll help you shift into the 4D. Like, it's a given. It'll be a given. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure. I think. Hang on. Pause. I just have to put Zilly on my knee. There you go. Say hello. Don't be mental. Say hello, please. Yeah. Hello. Yes. Okay. Where was I up to? So you need to state and intend it verbally to break the bonds that bound you, okay? And that's what the decree is. Without doing this, you'll still be limited and find it harder to intuit and connect to your higher soul source self, because the binding is what holds you back. And please, silly, it's the binding that is limiting, all right? So I really want to say that. So look at breaking the bonds, and I've got all this information written down. If you get the Alchemy Health Pack, it's in there. But look at breaking the bonds with this declaration is a powerful, and why and how my connection and intuition has got stronger and more powerful since I've used the, like, I didn't do the decree. I did the decree a couple of years ago, but it would have been more powerful if I had done it earlier than later, because otherwise it's just been, you're more against it. because you unconsciously didn't know. Whereas you've come across my channel for a reason, and this information is really powerful. It took me years to find and learn what I'm giving to you in like an hour, and could take you 30 days. Like, honestly. Um, yeah, so I'm just saying, all right? Yeah, so the decree is used to break bonds held through time, right? So really, and on many different timelines. So that's why it is so powerful. Like, don't expect, if you get it, to read it just once. It takes time to cement in a resonance that hasn't been vibrating on this level of understanding. Okay, if you've been doing this work for a while, and say you're a you, you know you've been working with healing, hands-on healing, or Reiki, or various different work like that, so you already work in the quantum realm, right? You work with quantum energy. Saying this decree, if you have not already said it, will really strengthen your connection and the energy you're bringing through. So that's how it works. That's why it's so powerful. For any sort of work, clearing chakras, any work, any spiritual work, your meditation work. Can you please stop biting me? Any of your spiritual work, prayer, it's all going to make it so much more powerful and strong. So I want to say that. Okay, I don't want to make this video a long one, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet, in the hope that it resonates and it gets through to more people, so I can help shift more people through to be the empowered they are meant to be, the empowered sovereign souls. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Wishing you all well in the highest loving light. Namaste.